This is Mary at the.meri.atelier, and today is Saturday, October the 12th. And this is an unlisted stream, and I'm going to work on one of our Phibbsville character maps. And I actually want to draw these out. Aunt Beck has done a couple of them, but we're getting several of these, and I'd like to have images of these because these are wonderful little characters that we are developing Friday night streams, and I'm having fun, and I hope everybody else is having fun doing these. We have a list. We made a list about a month ago of little fictional characters. Hashtag Phibbsville. Phibbsville is F-I-B-S. It stands for Friends in the Box, and we have a little town of Phibbs. We meet on Friday nights, but in our story, we meet on Saturday afternoon. So this is Saturday afternoon, so this is very much an appropriate time to work on this. But in one of our Friday night streams, we made a list of little fictional characters that are running around our fictional town of Phibbsville. And we're up to 40 of them now, and we have been doing character maps. And it has been so fun to do these. We do these as a group. We've got Montana, is the squirrel that rides a tricycle with training wheels. We've got the Happy Plump Bakery, who looks like Mrs. Claus, and her name's Joy Melody Starr. We've got Peter Piper, the plumber who plays the pipe organ. And we've got Floyd, the nearsighted barber, the bald nearsighted barber. And last night we worked on Genie, whose name is Herman, and whose nickname is Babalooey. So it's the Genie in the Bottle, and that's the one I'm going to work on tonight. And what we do is I have a list. We made this list up in one of our Friday night streams. I think it was our September 6th Friday night stream. If you're interested in going and seeing the list here. And I go to random.org and put in a number between 1 and, in this case, it would be 40. And we let random.org pick a number. And then we work on the character who's associated with that number. And last night, I believe it was number 18, which was Genie in the Bottle. And let me get my pen here to cross this out, because it's been worked on now. But that is the one I want to draw the picture of. Now, let me tell you the story of Genie in the Bottle. And as I work on the others, I'll go back in and tell the story that we developed. I mean, this is just one little introduction to Herman, the Genie in a Bottle. And we do sort of a mind map, but it's sort of a character map. I start out with the who, what, when, where, why, but we just go off in all directions. And I love it. I love it because it really tells the story of these little Phibbsville characters. Just so fun to do and to develop. And while I'm telling the story, the story off of our notes, I'm going to attempt to do a sketch of Genie in the Bottle, and I'm going to do it on this 11 by 17 copy paper that'll fit into my art journal. And I don't know if I'll make them in one little separate section and maybe put them in their own little journal. I might do that. And I'm going to put some blue paper behind here to hold any. I have ink out here. I have ink, and I might be using that, and I may be using the washable markers. But starting out with our character map, Genie in the Bottle, we went to random.org and to determine whether it was a male or female, because I said, we're going to let in random, it's only two choices. He's going to either be a male genie or a female genie. No other choices, and I know we're all going to disagree, so I'm going to let random.org pick it. And Random said that he was a male genie. And I think it was Holly who said he lives in a Kahlua coffee liquor bottle from Mexico. So that's how we're going to start. We've got this genie named Herman that lives right now in a coffee liquor bottle, or that's how he started out. That's how he arrived in Phibbsville, and how he arrived in Phibbsville is another story. But let's start out with the coffee liquor bottle. And I'm just going to kind of put a bottle in here, just kind of hand draw maybe a bottle like this, because this genie's got to reside in this bottle. And the coffee liquor bottle is from Mexico. So we know our genie has some Mexican roots, legacy. So I'm going to kind of put his, now a genie, one of the chatters in my stream said a genie is all fire and smoke. So he's kind of poofing out of this bottle here. So I'm just going to kind of make him maybe swirling around in here. He's got a home in here. We should talk about his homes, but maybe we'll do that in another stream. We've got a lot of characters to do. I mean, we could work for the next 5 years on these. Now I'm going to kind of put him with maybe a turban on him. I think somebody said a sombrero. So let's have him have a big old Mexican sombrero, maybe a sombrero hat, and he's going to have maybe shoulders. He's going to have his arms crossed, like genies usually have their arms crossed. Now I'm just kind of lightly sketching this as I'm talking here. So you may not be able to see this until I get it fully developed. But here he is. There is our genie. And I'm not sure how that sombrero, I know it's a big old hat up here. Maybe a hat in there. And I suppose our genie should probably have a mustache. And we'll come back to the eyes. And we know he strums a cigar. He strums a guitar. One of the suggestions there was he has a guitar. I think it's Cheryl that he plays when he strums it. It makes people forget him, and there's a reason for that. So let's just kind of develop our genie here. Yeah. Just kind of give him some. And I think that sombrero should come more like this and around like that. And the hat come like that, maybe. And maybe we'll give him a little pointy beard and a mustache. Now, all genies grant wishes to the person that finds them. So since he speaks Spanish, we decided, I said, how do you say 3 wishes in Spanish? Because I don't know Spanish, but there were people in my stream who knew Spanish. And it's tres deseos. Tres deseos. Tres deseos. So I'm going to have a little voice coming from here. And he's going to be saying, trace, and maybe I can get this printed out. So he's going to be saying 3 wishes. TRES, but it's pronounced TRACE, Tres deseos. Tres deseos, I guess. I don't have a Spanish accent, but he showed up in Phibbsville. So it's DESEOS. Maybe I should look that up. Let me look that up. Let me look it up here on my. Let me type it in. TRESD. Because I write this down awfully fast. No, it's CEOS. Or is it EOS? Trace days. Yeah. I think it's EOS. DESEOS. 3 in Spanish. Trey is 3. So 3, Dacios, I think, is wishes. So 3, Trey is 3. Trey is 3. And let me get to the word wishes. They told me, but I have to make sure that I'm doing this right. DESEOS. DES. DESEOS. Now, I'm learning from all the comments and when we do these character maps that we all see in our imaginations these characters just a little bit differently. Some may see them with dark hair, some may see them as named Herman, others see them named as Babalooey. But anyway, Tristasios means 3 wishes. So he's saying, what are your 3 wishes? And I think I'll put a question mark there. And then let's make him have a guitar on the back of his shoulder here, because he'll get that old guitar out when he gets tired of people asking him wishes. Let's just have that guitar come up this way and maybe with the little keys coming up this way. Sort of like that. Maybe there's another one in there. And something like that. A Spanish genie. Okay. So his name is Herman. So I'm going to put Herman's home here. Herman's home. We'll do that right here. Herman is the name of our genie. This is his home when he first gets to Phibbsville. So we were asking, how did he get into Phibbsville? Well, we've got a little hashtag Ms. Mary mystery story going on that's been going on all year in my Friday night streams. And it started out with this person who, well, we call him the lead pencil criminal, but as it's developed, we're trying not to call him a criminal anymore. His real name is Frederick, but he's been found out. He tried to steal some lead pencils. He tried to buy some, and Janet couldn't sell him any. Let's put a serape on him maybe here, a striped serape, different colors, Mexican serape going around, maybe his shoulder, maybe coming up this way, and his elbow is going to come out that way, and it'll come around this way, there, and maybe go off over his shoulder that way. And anyway, to make a long story short, he lives in this. This is a Kahlua I probably not pronouncing this right, but it's KAHLUA coffee liquor bottle from Mexico. And we'll put Mexico here. Mexico, and then we'll put coffee. I don't want to mimic. I don't want to draw the original coffee bottle, but it's a coffee flavor liquor that you can put in your different drinks, I think. LIQ, is it UEEUR? See, I have to get out my spelling because I want to do this right. Let's type in liqueur. LIQUER, I think it is. Yeah, UEUR. Okay, so it's UEUR. So he's coming from Mexico. Now this is part of our genie coming down here. So we decided that he kind of got a Spanish, he's kind of brown from living in that bottle. So he's kind of got a light tan aura about him. He's got a serape on here. And his hand is coming this way. This is his elbow. And the other hand comes this way. He's got his hands crossed. And let's just give him some happy eyes here. Yeah. Yeah, and a nose. And it'll get better, I promise. He kind of looks like a bandito right now. But that's okay. He'll get better as I go along. Okay. So our pencil criminal, who's Frederick, the pencil criminal, smuggled this. He's been found out. Frederick's been found out, and he had a trial and everything because he gave, in the beginning of our story, he gave Janet a black eye because she couldn't sell him any pencils because we didn't have any for sale. So, and he's been through a trial, and he's been put on probation, and he kind of works around the town of Phibbsville doing gardening and mowing. And Phibbsville is kind of known as fictionally as a small town in a big park. So there's lots of trees and green grass and flowers. There's a lot for him to take care of. However, he has to have lunch. And he smuggled in some of this Kahlua coffee liquor from Mexico in his lunch pack. And he had his lunch. He enjoyed his flavored liqueur in his coffee, I guess. But he left that lunch pack on the park bench where, he sat down to have his lunch. So that's how he got in, how the genie got to Phibbsville. That's our story. So let's see. Down here, let's put an open lunch pack down here. Just kind of a lunch sack that's been packed, that's been opened, and maybe with a little buckle on it here, and the lid flopping open this way. We're not going to do Frederick here. Maybe we'll put in a coffee cup here with a little coffee stir in it. So this was Frederick's forgotten lunch pack. He left it on the park bench, and he had to get back to work. Now, did Frederick know Herman? We haven't developed that yet. We don't know if Frederick knew Herman. We didn't touch on that last night. So that's a whole nother story. And we might touch on that 3 years from now. I tell you these stories, wait till you see all of the things that we have talked about, even with 5 characters on our Friday nights. These are just really, they're fun for me, and I think they are fun for the people that participate. You know, I think I'm going to make his eyes look over that way. Let's just make him kind of look that way, because he's asking, do you have 3 wishes? You found me in the bottle. You rubbed the label. Probably tried to rub some dirt off of it. Let's put some dirt on there. Somebody tried to rub dirt off of that bottle. It got, or maybe it got mustard or ketchup on it. And he pops out. He poofs out and he says, Tradicios, 3 wishes. I can give you 3 wishes. What are your 3 wishes? Well, we didn't touch on what Frederick's were, because Frederick had to get back to work, and he forgot his lunch. He left it on his lunch pack on the park bench. And along comes our crazy cat lady. Now, we have not drawn the crazy cat lady. So we know that she is the person who found this coffee liqueur bottle next. So I'm not going to image the crazy cat lady here, because we haven't described her. We haven't done a character map of her. But she found this liqueur bottle sitting on the park bench. Sitting on the park bench here. And she picks it up. She leaves the lunch. I guess she leaves, maybe she thinks there's milk or something in it for her cats. She's really curious. So the crazy cat lady, I'm just going to write it here. The crazy cat lady finds forgotten, because she's very much a part of this story, forgotten liqueur bottle. And her curiosity gets up about what it's all about. And he pops up and he says, Tradicios? And we kind of touched into the 3 wishes of that cat. But let's go back. His name is Herman. So we've got this is Herman's bottle here. This is his home right now. This is his home. And let's see. Since he's from Mexico, he likes one of his favorites TV shows down here. We'll put a little TV set down here, or it could be a YouTube. I don't know what it is down here. I imagine it's a TV set, because he likes to watch Ricky Ricardo. He's Spanish and he likes to watch Ricky Ricardo, and he sings opera music. Our little Spanish, I'm going to give him a mouth here. So he likes to watch Ricky Ricardo. You know, the I Love Lucy character, Desi Arnaz, Ricky Ricardo. And he plays the guitar, sings opera. So here he is. He's got an open mouth, and he sings opera. And he has a part-time job in a mariachi band. So he's part-time timer in a mariachi band. And I don't know how to spell mariachi either, because I'm not Spanish on all this. Let's look up how to spell mariachi. Mariachi, is it a band? Mariachi, mariachi. Mariachi? Yeah, it's a mariachi. Mariachi. It's a style of Mexican music that dates back to the 18th century in Mexico. So a mariachi band. I was saying mariachi. Mariachi, I think, is the correct pronunciation. So he likes to play in a mariachi band, and that's how he got his name, Babalooey. Now, I should probably look that up too, just to get some correct images or spelling on here. Babalooey, and I don't know if I have that right. Babalooey song. Babalooey song was Babalooey tries desperately to quick draw of a trap. Babalooey. It's B-A-B. His nickname is Babalooey. So let's see. I'm going to put here nickname is Babalooey. Babalooey. His alias is Whippersnapper. Babalooey has, oh, look, here, I can get this sombrero more. The sombrero has a hat going up like that. There we go. That looks more like the sombrero. Like that. I forgot what a sombrero looked like. All right. We're good with that. Maybe we'll get, no, we gave him the Mexican serape here. Should have maybe a necktie on, but, and I think maybe we should give him a tattoo on his arm here that says genius or something. A light bulb? A light bulb for Society of Idea Collectors. Oh, a light bulb tattoo on his arm. That's Mary's contribution. And maybe instead of genie, it's genius. I-U-S. There we go. That's Mary's contribution. A little Society of Idea Collector light bulbs for genius. Oh, Mary's got to get her word in here. Babalooey was a friend to Sheriff Quick Draw McGraw in a fictional Mexican. Babalooey is a fictional Mexican burro. That's his nickname, though, Babalooey. So, look at what we've developed here. Now, the crazy cat, I don't want to put, I'm just going to put a kitty cat in here. We'll put maybe a Halloween black cat here. I don't want to put a picture of the cat lady here because we haven't developed her yet. So I want to stay true to form. But if you would follow this, our little Mexican sombrero, the cat lady found the lunch pack sitting on the park bench, left by our Frederick, who's now our part-time gardener. And he just leaves it there. He's got to get back to work, and he leaves this liquor bottle in there. And we don't know if Frederick's found the genie yet. We haven't established that. I think that's interesting. But anyway, she gets curious about it and thinks it's a milk bottle. And she kind of rubs on it, and out pops the genie, and he says, Tradicios. So the cat lady now has the bottle, and she has 3 wishes. And her lifetime wishes, her wishes, one was for a lifetime supply of cat food. We're just going to put a little kitty dish here. And kitty litter. Kitty litter. So lifetime supply, that was for first wish. Lifetime supply, because you know that of that tuna fish can get expensive. So kitty food, 3 wishes. Kitty food and cat litter and kitty litter. So this is kind of the kitty litter box here. Or maybe we'll just make it a sack for her. Second wish was for no kitty to go hungry, no cat to go hungry. That was the second wish that came up in our story last night. So no cat to go hungry. Now we went back and forth on what the first and third wishes should be. And so while the cat lady was trying to decide what her third wish should be, she got interrupted by our Santa bell ringer. Now, the Santa bell ringer, you know, it's not the real Santa. So they said the real Santa, but I want the real Santa to still live at the North Pole. That's where he lives. But we've got a Santa in Phibbsville who will be out pretty soon, not too long for now. Christmas is not that far away, and he'll be ringing bells and collecting money for Phibbsville charities. So he let's see. How did he? I have to read my. Did he? The bell ringer told Santa that he would put her on the lifetime naughty list unless she gave him the genie. He found out there was a genie in there when she was debating back and forth, debating, and the bell ringer Santa. I'm going to put bell ringer Santa. Interrupted her at this point. And he demanded the genie. He must have saw the cat lady talking to her. So he says, unless you give me this genie, then I'm going to put you on the lifetime naughty list. So we're going to put naughty list here. Naughty list. And our bell ringer Santa says, let's put the bell ringer here, the bell. And I guess we should put a beard, make him a jolly old guy here. And he may change when we do his character here, but I'm just going to put him here. He's telling the cat lady that unless you give me this genie in the bottle, then I'm going to put you on the lifetime naughty list. He's issuing her an ultimatum. Now, I have to say, too, part of the story was the crazy lady, cat lady, owns a YouTube channel, and she did a video. I'm going to put a YouTube here, and it went viral. So the crazy cat lady's video. This is all what we come up with on Friday night. So the crazy cat lady's video about the genie went viral. And that's probably how the Santa, bell ringer Santa, learned about it. Crazy Cat Lady's YouTube video went viral. And you know what that happens when a video goes viral on YouTube? Oh my goodness. That's one reason why our genie is carrying this guitar, because all of a sudden he's become very famous. And all over the world, we'll put the world down here. All over the world, they're starting to learn about our genie, Herman the genie. And I would suspect that's how our Santa here, who's ringing the bell, learned about it, because he's in the North Pole. So he says, crazy cat lady, nameless crazy cat lady at this point, unless you tell me or give me that bottle, then you're on the lifetime naughty list forever. Oh dear. So there's a lot more to this, but as you can tell, I'm getting quite a map here, quite a I'm drawing a map, quite a drawing here of our genie, who comes from Mexico. We'll just kind of put Mexico down in here. This is the United States, kind of get Florida in there, goes up to Canada, Washington, Alaska, over on this side is. So let's see what else. Let's just read this. Genie in the Bottle, Tredosos. He does flamenco style dancing. We're not going to touch on that there, but that's part of our story. Lifetime supply of cat food. Santa the bell ringer. We talked on that. Our cat has a cat has the genie in a bottle. He wants the genie because he wants to be, his wish is he wants to be like the real Santa and want to be a real Santa. There's only one real Santa, but he thinks he wants to be a real Santa and poof down the chimney and to slide down chimneys, to go down chimneys on Christmas Eve. That's why he's after that bottle. So that's what our real Santa, that's why he's out for that. He's a jolly old elf. Officer Juan Orvo, Officer Orvo's first name is Juan, and he's fluent in Spanish. So that's how, between Officer Orvo and the librarian, that's how the cat lady doesn't know how to speak Spanish like Mary. And so she asks Officer Orvo and the librarian, and I can't get all that on here. Let's put CDs and books here and maybe some CDs. And Officer Orvo, his first name is Juan, and he speaks Spanish. She also asked the genie, she's debating about asking the genie for gatos, I can't pronounce it. Gatos, which means cats. But she thinks she'll get gachos, which are Argentina cowboys, instead. But she really didn't get her third wish made yet. So I think I'm going to leave my sketch right here. That's kind of where we left it off last night because, oh my goodness, Oh my goodness. I was getting tired of writing, and sometimes we go to 3 or 4 pages of these stories. Um, oh, here, um, the question is how did this coffee bottle become his home? And it was his timeout place. It was his timeout place when he was a child. So that's how he made this his home. It was his timeout place when a child. That's how he originally got into the coffee bottle. So let's go ahead and color this out. I think I got enough of this story on here to maybe ink this in and color it out. I was going to do all FW inks, but I think I'll reach for my super tips and my black marker instead. And let's just, I like when I do these type of things to get new markers, new fresh markers. I buy them like crazy, these Pen Plus gears. I buy them like crazy at Walmart. Don't tell Walmart. Why are we selling out of Pen Plus gears in Nebraska? There's a lady there that's buying them like crazy. Huh. So let's start here with this sombrero, since I figured out how a sombrero should look. This is his sombrero. We'll just outline it in here. And let's make it like this to be Mexican. His origin is Mexico. And he's got a serape on here. Or, one of those multicolored Mexican serapes. And we'll have it have some fringe coming down here. And we'll put some stripes in here. And he's a genie, so he's got 2 arms here. And, they usually have their arms crossed. So here he is with his arms crossed. And you'll see that when I color it in. And then he's a genie, so he lives in this bottle, and he's kind of a smoky creature. And the bottle is a Kalula Mexican liqueur bottle that he originally made it his home because originally it was a timeout place. He had to go there when he was naughty when he was a kid. That was his timeout. So he just made it his home. So here he is. He's living in here. And he's got a little TV. He watches Ricky Ricardo on his TV set. Okay. And he's got a guitar because that cat lady's video went viral. Phibbsville has all of a sudden become a very, and Herman has become a very well-known place. And so when he gets tired of people hunting him down, he strums the guitar. Okay. And we've got to get this story about the park bench in there because that was a main part of our story. The park bench, Frederick left his lunch pack on the park bench, eager to get back to mowing his grounds and taking care of the flowers in Phibbsville. And he forgot and left his lunch pack on the park bench. And the crazy cat lady came along and she was out walking her kitties. He found this lunch pack sitting on the park bench and found this bottle and thought it was a milk bottle. How she mistook that for a milk bottle, I'll never know, but she did. She's a crazy cat lady. Everything looks like milk to her, I guess. But anyway, she rubs it And out thinking that there's some kind of dirt or something on the bottle, and out pops Herman. Herman's got a tattoo on his arm that looks like a light bulb because he comes up with all these wishes, and he's a genius. 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 And he says to the lady in his genie voice, Tres de gatos, did you want 3 wishes? Well, the crazy cat lady gets all excited about this. She can't speak Spanish. So she doesn't know. She has to tell him the wishes in Spanish because he only speaks Spanish. That was a part of our story last night. She can't speak Spanish. So between Officer Orville, whose first name is Juan now, and the librarian, she gets Spanish translated because she wants to tell him his 3 wishes. Well, because she did a YouTube video and it went viral. And when it went viral, our bell ringer Santa in Phibbsville found out about it. And he's threatened to put the cat lady on a lifetime naughty list unless she tells him, gives him the genie, the bottle genie. Let's put a bell here. Let's guess I just put it up here. And he wants it because he wants to be like a real Santa and go down the chimneys on Christmas Eve. He's tired of just being a bell ringer Santa. He wants to deliver the goods. So here's the lifetime naughty list. And he says, cat lady, this line has your name. And I'm not going to do a picture of, I shouldn't have really put the bell ringer on there, but that's kind of a cartoony symbol. I'm not going to put the picture of the cat lady. I'm just going to put a little black cat here because we really haven't done her yet. She's one of our characters that we're going to do a character map of. So here's our crazy cat lady. It's cat here. And she's got 2 wishes. One is for a lifetime supply of kitty food and cat litter. That seems good. Now she doesn't have to go to the store anymore. And she doesn't want any cat to go hungry. That's her second wish. Well, she's debating about the 3rd wish when the bell ringer Santa appears. So she doesn't really get her 3rd wish in yet. So all over the world, because of her video, all over the world, people are hearing about Herman the genie that was found in Phibbsville. And so we're going to put a world map here. California, and of course, here's Mexico down here. Mexico comes down in here. So there's our, here is, and I'm just going to write this in black so it'll show up. Trace, which means 3 wishes. Tres de gatos, or however you say that in Spanish. Now, I think I'm going to color him. And by the way, this is not a children's story. I want to make that plain. These are, the town of Phibbsville is very much adult. And these are Phibbsville characters that are running around here. I just want to make this plain that for anybody who may be listening, that this is not intended for children, especially with liquor in it. So, and Phibbsville characters are adults, and this is not a children's story. This is geared more toward adults. And let's see. I want all of this in blue, I think, but I don't want to do too much because I've got there, I guess I can do that all in blue, and I want it in a light blue, a really light blue. So, These are super tip washable markers. And let's see, let's just color it in here. And what I like about them is they do color a wide area pretty fast. And so I can use these for illustration pretty easy. Let's see. And get this accomplished. No, I'm just going to do this on copy paper. Okay. So Herman, our genie, just wait till he wanders into the TheMeriAtelier one Saturday afternoon. How is that going to happen? I don't know. We'll have to listen and find out. So we're going to put a blue sky up here. And I think I'm going to, let's see, the sombrero should probably be reds and golds and browns. Reds, maybe some gold, tannish gold here. Could even go through the oranges. Blues for in a serape, green. Very Mexican colors here. Yellow or gold. Yellow here. And a goldish color. Okay. So let's put yellow in here. A goldish yellow in here. And maybe red in there. And I think I'll go with the yellow up in here. With a green band, a lighter green. There. Okay, so he does have a serape on here. One of those Mexican blankets that they wear over their shoulders. And it comes down this way. Has some fringe. And maybe we'll do the yellow. Oops, that's his arm. Yellow. And a little bit of green. Have to be careful where I'm drawing here. And very dark blue ocean in here. No ocean in here. Yeah. Alrighty, and I'm going to have to leave some of the spaces here for my writing. Now let's put the ocean in here. That's the Atlantic Ocean. This is the Pacific Ocean. Someplace in here is Phibbsville. Phibbsville is really a virtual community. It's a fictional story. It really doesn't have a place. Now I want a really light tannish brown. And that's gray. I think I'm going to leave my genie white so he'll show up. Now let's make the park bench see what color that is. I want a darker brown for the park bench. This is the park bench here. The park bench. Okay, let's make his, shall we give him a red lunch sack here? A red lunch pack. Frederick's Forgotten Lunch Pack will be kind of red. Maybe it'll have a blue lining. And the Kahlua bottle is going to be brownish colored. Now let's make the lining blue. Maybe this light blue again in here for the lining. So there's his lunch pack accidentally left on the park bench. And let's go back with this tannish color and put in, well, that's almost too dark. I need a really, really light tan. And these get kind of dark because they're markers. That's gray. That's pink. Let's go back up here and color in my Mexican here. And I don't have a light tan. This is as light as it gets, and that's too dark. But that's kind of more of an olive green. So we'll just kind of go around the rims and maybe around the sides here to indicate that it's chocolate, coffee liqueur. And we need some green, light green in here for the continent, the American continent here. And I'm just sketching these in just to kind of illustrate the story. I'm going to go some of that blue in here. So this is what I've come up with for Herman, our genie. And you almost have to come and participate in this. I know it's not everybody's thing, but you almost have to come and participate in it. And it really becomes a fun exercise to do these stories. I think I'm going to leave him white. Let's give him I could give him a red guitar, but I think I'm going to go back with this light colored brown again in here because it gets kind of dark. It's kind of a greenish brown, I guess. It's a green like the continent, I guess, what I grabbed. Yeah, I don't really like that. Let's make it yellow in here too. Give it some highlights. And up in there. There we go. And I need a blue, a dark blue for... Well, that's how it went. It's not what I intended. Let's put some orange in there. reddish orange. Okay. Let's see what you guys are seeing. And I wonder if I got this. I wonder if I did this whole thing out of focus here, out of frame. Come on. Can I turn it off? Okay, so here it is. This is what I have. Our genie, Herman the genie. And yeah, oh, we got to do our bell ringer Santa here a little bit better. You can't see him very well. He's got a Santa Claus hat on. He's one of those Santas that collects money for charities in the holiday season. He has to have black gloves. And maybe his suit starts coming down that way. And maybe a pink face. Oops. A pink face here. There we go. Our bell ringer Santa's over there. So that's the story of Herman, our genie in the bottle at Phibbsville, our Phibbsville character. This is how, from what we gathered last night, building the character map, there's more on here. There's just more than I can get on one page. This is our character map from last night. And you know, when you do these, if you would do these yourself, you don't have to. You can make them nice and neat. But I find that I want to get these ideas down and all these suggestions down. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with something like this. It tells a wonderful story. And there are stories within stories in here. I certainly don't have. I've just kind of got the introduction to Herman here. I mean, there's more about other homes that he have. He might have a cod liver bottle and a milk bottle and a blue glass bottle. So then there's more stories that could be associated with it here. But it's something to develop your imaginations and, you know, let them take off. Let them, you know, there's just a lot of different ways that this could go. Let's see, I want a lighter yellow, I think. Let's put some yellow in here for his little voice comment there. But voice bubble in here. Tres gatos, 3 wishes. 3 wishes. You get 3 wishes if you can get me out of this bottle for the day. Kitty lifetime kitty food. And we don't know if Frederick knows about this genie. We don't know if Frederick, he might come back and say, "Oh, that's my bottle. I get 3 wishes." I feel like more gold. I feel like more gold here. I guess I'm not quite done with this. Gold around the edges here. Of course. But we've done our little white squirrel who rides a tricycle. We've done Joy Melody Star, who's the real Santa Claus's long lost sister. We've done Floyd, our bald barber. I don't know the story of how he lost his hair. I think it got in there, though. I do think it got in there. And he had to restore it. He invented a solution, a snake oil solution to restore his hair. Oh, dear. So I hope that you've enjoyed this. I so enjoy doing these on Friday nights. I think the gals who come into my stream on Friday night have a wonderful, wonderful imaginations. And when you start putting them all together, let me tell you, the ideas flow. Some wonderful storytellers in our group. All right. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, wherever you are. And there's a beautiful, beautiful world of color out there. Go enjoy it. I will see you on the next page.